The listeners are starting to hang out outside the studio.
Oh, yes, they are. Oh, Jesus.
Do we have, like, security here? What?
Dinner, Steve.
Do we have Lance today? We don't have Lance?
No Lance. You know what I've noticed? No Lance. Do we have a foosball table today?
No.
No Lance, no foosball table. The honeymoon's effing over here at BCN. Over.
We figured out we weren't one of the two cities. We were like, F them. What are we sucking their seats for anymore? We're not canceling the show. F them.
All right, they're on to us.
Let Seattle get you a foosball table. Let Philly get you a foosball table.
It was all nice, you know? At least a paddle with the ball and the elastic on it that we can play with. Something.
We have two of our hardcore listeners outside so far. The last time I checked, there might be more. One, the guy's got to be 60 and homeless, and he's a huge listener of the show, and then the other guy's like a drug dealer.
But he lacks in a home. He does not make up in teeth either.
And he's got, because we're asking you guys to bring...
listening to the show?
Huh?
What, in a box with a Walkman?
You'd be surprised.
He's got a big boom box and a bag of batteries. He's set. So we're asking you guys to bring the wildest and strangest, craziest, most unusual thing down here to WBCN. And the winner today is going to win a trip to L.A. featuring Aerosmith, you know, that icon thing. And plus we got other stuff to give away, but the trip to L.A. is the grand prize.
Oh, yeah.
This guy has a tiny little Bledsoe doll.
Yeah, that was his, like, strange thing.
And he keeps whacking off the doll for some reason. I don't know.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
I thought the strange thing he brought was his own head. Because that was probably the strangest thing.
Bledsoe doll in Boston. Well, it doesn't get any weirder than that. Stupid bum.
So I think you could beat that, guys and girls. So come on down with your stuff. Where are we? 1265 block.
Items, right? Opie.
Items.
You know, stuff that might be something different.
I said we invite the guy into the studio, though. He's that strange. See what he's all about,
we should talk to him.
We'll do that next.
Lance is coming.
Oh, Lance is coming.
Oh, good.
And right now we got about 25 to 30 listeners outside the studio so far. More people on their way. We're looking for the wildest, strangest, most unusual thing you could bring down to the studio today. And the winner's going to win a trip to check out MTV Icon with Aerosmith in L.A.
Nice.
You and a guest to L.A.
Just something that's going to make us look and go, oh, my God, that is something a little weird.
So I think we're going to sacrifice Steve from FoundryMusic.com today. He's out on the sidewalk. Let's say hi to Steve.
Thank God Steve is such a people person. Yes. Steve loves the public. He loves people.
I need to wash after this. Hi, fellas.
Hey, Steve, what's going on out there?
I'm standing amidst about 40 to 50 of Boston's finest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the crowd has grown.
Nice. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, and Steve loves each and every one of them equally.
At all of the sloped foreheads. Lovely bunch of people. Actually, what?
Fucking roll!
Yeah, they're doing their Ozzy impression.
Yes, they are.
Fake radio sucks!
We actually have
radio sucks. Wait, Steve, we got to acknowledge that.
That is good.
Thank you. Fake radio does suck.
Hey, shut up. Fake radio rocks.
Rocco likes man junk.
some Rocco fans.
Rocco likes man junk.
I'd go down and kick their asses if I had any balls. But instead,
I didn't have this ziti to eat.
Right. I'll just sit in my studio and take it.
Be degraded or have some ziti. Yeah, I'm going for the ziti.
So, Steve, has anyone brought down anything yet?
Yeah. We have a bunch of people that have shown up with a lot of interesting stuff. This young man standing in front of me. What's your name?
Jack Cutler.
Jack, where are you from?
I'm from Newton.
Newton. Boys, I'm from Newton, too.
That's my neighbor boy.
Is it my son?
He's spying for me.
Jack has in his hands 2 frames containing 2 dead stuffed animals. What do you have here, Jack?
I have a bat and a scorpion.
A bat.
A bat and a scorpion.
A stuffed, dried up bat.
All right, we got to start somewhere. That's nice.
You got to, draw the line somewhere to start.
Kind of cute.
Somewhere.
Kind of cute.
Let's see.
Where to get those Spooky World? A local reference.
Where do you get stuff like this, Jack?
I got it in Thailand and smuggled it over.
Thailand?
You smuggling it over, Ant.
You smuggled it over from Thailand. Very nice.
Did you bring any young boys back with you?
Bring the young boys back with you?
No.
All right, what else we got, Steve?
All right, we have a gentleman with a bucket labeled hazardous material, biohazardous material. Sir, what is this in this little white bucket that looks like it could be KFC material? What is it?
It's my spleen.
It's his spleen.
The spleen guy made
spleen guy.
Yes. And
they've been talking about the spleen guy locally here in Boston all morning long. He made it.
Yes, spleen guy made it. It's wrapped up in several plastic bags, so I'm assuming whatever's in here should not be opened up for public consumption. Is there? What's up?
What I want to know is it in some type of preservative?
What's the spleen in right now?
It's in just a jug. Like it's almost like a butter container. That's what it looks like.
But is it filled up with formaldehyde or something?
I mean, is it filled up with fluid or formaldehyde? What is in this that's preventing us all from smelling this piece of your body, which is now in a piece of plastic in your hand?
Yeah, it's in formaldehyde.
Wait, there's no way a hospital would let you walk out with your own body part.
I think you can.
Your spleen.
I don't know. I mean, seems like something you could do. It's yours.
Did he ask for the spleen?
How did you come into possession
Did he ask
of
to
this
go?
spleen?
Well, I was in a snowboard accident, and I ended up going to the hospital, and they told me they had to take it out, and the only way I was going to have them take it out if I was able to get my spleen back, and they told me no. I told them they weren't going to do the operation unless I could take it home, and they agreed.
You wouldn't let them do the operation unless you could take your spleen with you.
Isn't that something?
You know what? I have to say it. I miss Boston. We don't get stories like this in New York.
No, you really don't get a guy that demands he'd rather die than leave without his spleen in his possession.
Right. All right, we're going to invite Spleen Guy in, Steve.
Who do you think he is, Ron Kovacs?
What else is out there?
This guy I want to talk to. There's a gentleman here that's been here roughly since Ben and I showed up this morning. Sir, how old are you?
Blasted.
Me, 51.
51 years old.
Don't look a day over 65.
Wow, that's a hard 51.
Wearing sweatpants and a tan overcoat, holding onto a boombox, shaking like a leaf, and he has a little plastic figure in his hand.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that looks like the bum that got beat up in the beginning of Clockwork Orange?
Oh, my God. You want to meet him? You can see for yourself.
I looked out the window. That's what he looks like. He's getting kicked singing Sweet Molly Malone.
That's exactly.
Jackass.
Sir, what's your name?
My name is Ricky St. James from Quincy.
From Ricky from Quincy.
All right.
Ricky St. James from Quincy.
Is he a fan of the show there, Steve?
Are you a fan of the O&A show?
Yes, I am.
I really think we should ask to verify this. Can you name one bit that these guys have done?
Oh, good, Steve.
Yeah, I remember the guy had a scrotum they had on, the doctor they had with the scrotum, and to increase your penis size.
What?
All right.
Let's go for one more. Can you tell me one more thing these guys would have done?
But he's talking about the doctor we had that makes your junk bigger.
Okay, that's right.
All right, very good. He listens to the show.
All right.
And what did he bring down today?
What'd you bring down?
I brought down a Drew Bledsoe doll. It really gets vegetarian, needs a backup, you know?
Teeth are so necessary.
He has a little... Yeah, well, thank you.
Could you ask Stupid what dumpster he found that in? This is Boston. A Drew Bledsoe doll is not weird. You want to bring something weird? How about a World Series ring?
Oh, Jim! Wow! I hope Avalon remembers that one tonight, you.
Oh, that is funny. Well, during the Yankees suck chant tonight, I'm sure that'll spark up.
Right.
Is this the weirdest thing you could find was a Drew Bledsoe doll?
No, it's a limited edition. It's the weirdest thing I could find. I couldn't bring it down here.
What were you going to bring down here?
I was going to bring a horn from up north from a deer that I shot.
A horn from up north, a deer that he shot.
Did he say up north?
Did you just say up north?
I think it's his dear wife.
Up in New Hampshire.
Hey, Steve, see if he can bring keys to an apartment and an education. That would be nice.
I don't think he has either.
Steve, what does the guy do for a living when he's not listening to the O&A show?
Sir, what do you do for a living when you're not listening to the radio?
Well, I'm not listening to the radio. I actually used to be a psychic.
He used to be a psychic. Can you still do it?
Yeah, does he have powers still?
Do you still have your psychic powers, sir?
I sure do.
Oh, Opie. This is great.
We're going to have to test this out, I think.
Can he give Opie and Anthony a reading?
Can you give Opie and Anthony a reading?
Call me now for your free reading.
Yeah, I see Opie's going to get drunk after the show.
No. He only said Anthony.
Yeah. You would have been onto something.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
a little bit more Pacific. Opie's going to turn around and go around the town. He's going to turn around and get drunk, stay here for the weekend, and miss his morning show. Have to come back to BC on a Monday.
Well, look at that.
We're doing mornings now. All right.
Is this like Alan Sniffin's predictions?
Right. I think this is Alan Sniffen.
It could very well be.
It's this patient that was waiting in the chair while Alan was posting on the message board.
After the beating we gave him yesterday, he indulged in some laughing gas all night long.
Is that the guy who's the failed radio host?
Yeah. We don't want to get into it again.
Sure.
It was very long yesterday. Hey, and we need a reading for Anthony there from the drunk psychic.
Yes, please.
What can you see
The drunk homeless psychic.
for Anthony, Ricky?
I see Anthony getting inside him that barrel with the girls from the tub, but I can see him enjoying himself and really having a real orgy after the show.
Well, all right. I'll give him that. It's
And how about
sounds reasonable.
And how about Jimmy Norton?
What do you see for Jim Norton?
Very little for Jim.
Somebody yells AIDS in the background.
Who said AIDS? All right. You nailed it. He's
I see a virus that's impossible to cure. I see a belt getting tighter and tighter and more holes being poked in as he loses weight.
What does he see for Jim Norton?
Do you see anything else for Jim Norton?
Yeah, I see Jim going on, and I see him with a sore buttocks right after the show.
A sore buttock.
Sore buttocks right after the show.
All right. Right? Why not?
All right.
What's you say?
Norton's going to be a priest someday.
Norton's going to be a priest someday.
Steve, anybody else with crazy stuff out
I
there?
heard there was a guy with a cat something out here. I don't. Oh, whoa. Hey, look at that. Oh, whoa. Oh, okay. This gentleman, sir, what's your name?
Peter,
Peter, where are you from?
Weymouth.
Peter from Weymouth has. I had heard that it was an actual fetus, and whoa, okay, hold on, we're gonna take this in doses. This is really strange. He pulled out what looks like just a big piece of fur, but it is actually the hide of a fetus. What is it?
It's the hide of an unborn baby calf.
Unborn calf fetus hide. I bet that's soft, right?
I bet you they grip you just like a woman.
It is very soft. And then, in his other hand, he has a water bottle, but it is furry, and it has 2 bumps in it, so...
Bull scrotum.
Okay, it's a water bottle made out of a bull scrotum.
Oh, my God, stop it.
No, I'm looking at... Oh, whoa, sorry, it's a peanut bag. I'm sorry, it's not a water bottle. There's peanuts on the inside.
Who's going to eat them?
Who eats these?
My father.
Your
My
father.
father.
Your father.
Yeah, of course.
Well, it's not.
A peanut bag made out of a bull scrotum and a piece of calf fur.
I could see him hanging out in Weymouth with his pop. Look, I'm eating nuts out of the nutsack. Come here, son.
I'll tell you what happened was he got caught giving a Hummer to like a bull or something. And he had to make up an excuse. Like, no, there's peanuts in there.
Steve, anything else out there so far?
I think that's about it. Would you guys like to meet some of these gentlemen?
Yeah, let's bring in some of them, and we'll talk to them here in the studio.
Okay. All right.
I think it's wide open for the trip to L.A. still.
Yeah, I think so.
If that guy really has his own spleen, I would have to ask everyone else in the room here, but I think he would be in the lead for the trip to L.A.
Could be. I have to see it. I have to see the fetus hide.
But we have 3 hours to go, so we're looking for the wildest and strangest thing, most unusual thing you can bring down to WBCN, 1265 Boylston Street, and the winner will get the trip to see Aerosmith in L.A.
Yeah.
One notable person out here I forgot to mention is a gentleman with WOW stickers all over his face.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right. So are you worried about your eyebrows?
Yes.
They're very simple. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that was about it.
All right. Are you guys taking pictures for the website and all that?
Yes. There are pictures, video being taken, and we'll bring in a couple guys for you very shortly.
All right. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you, Steve. Doing a good job out there. We'll get the guy in with the spleen and all that crap. Once again, real fast, we got a trip to L.A. to see MTV Icon with Aerosmith. Looking for the wildest, the strangest, the most unusual, the craziest. It could be a person even. We don't care. It's wide open. The wildest thing that shows up to the station here, 1265 Boylston Street in Boston. We're giving you that trip to L.A. And we got a guy with his own spleen in a bag that's going to come into the studio next.
Spleen.
Stay there. Once again, let's remind the people, Ant, looking for the wildest or strangest thing that you could bring down at WBCN today, 1265 Boylston Street. In the lobby is the guy with his own spleen in a bag.
Yeah.
and a calf, and someone has a calf fetus or something.
Calf fetus hide or
whatever.
which is the tenderest of all hides. You want boots made out of it, or
And then someone has a Drew Bledsoe action figure. He thinks that's pretty weird for whatever reason. But we got a trip to see MTV Icon in L.A. for you and a friend, and we're going to fly you there, which is unusual for in.
Yeah, usually we just give you an event, and you have to get your own ass there.
Remember the Puke Fest last time we were here in Boston?
For the Super Bowl, and we gave you Super Bowl tickets, but you had to figure out how you were getting to New Orleans.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, and that's to see Aerosmith, of course. And then, of course, Jim Norton playing Avalon tonight on Lansdowne Street.
Very
sold-out show, which makes it okay to bring in Brian Regan.
Brian. Hey. I didn't come prepared.
Hey, buckaroo.
You could hear that very hey at the Comedy Connection.
This is very against the radio rules to have two comedians on one radio show at the same time when they're both playing in town.
I don't think it is, though, because even if we weren't sold out, Regan and I are so different, man. There's people that want to go see me, people want to go see him.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. I enjoy Brian Regan's Yellow Discipline material. It's very cute.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You got that line out front with the guys with the guy with the spleen in the bag.
Yeah.
You got to bring like the weirdest thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how'd you like to show up like with a toaster? And that guy in front of you has got a spleen and there's like a cat liver. I don't think my toaster's going to be in the running. It's an old toaster. It's a 4-slice. What do you got there? A spleen? Man, I hope my toaster wins.
He's talking around and getting uncomfortable. Like maybe this wasn't a good idea.
You got to go put your toaster in a bag like my spleen. It's got to be in a bag to really put it over the top.
That's so good, man. All right, you know what? I think we got to get the spleen guy in here.
Bring in spleen guy.
His body part is rotting outside.
What about my toaster?
Let's get spleen guy. This is for a trip to L.A. to see Aerosmith as part of MTV Icon. We're flying you and a friend to L.A.
Yeah.
Wildest, strangest thing that you can bring down to the station. Steve, you might as well bring them all down. Because we have also, Brian, we have a drunk homeless psychic.
Terrific.
He'll give you a
His name, Brian Regan, by the way, which is really a coincidence.
That is freaky.
And he's a spy.
Right.
We got the spleen coming in.
Yeah.
And the old guy right now?
The drunk homeless.
No, we're going to keep the old guy. Oh, he is.
No, we got to bring him in.
Good.
Drunk homeless psychic. And
I can't wait.
And what else? Oh, the calf thing.
Yeah, the calf skin.
I don't know if it's a fetus, if it's just the skin, I
think it was some kind of aborted cow fetus that somebody decided to take the hide from.
Boarded?
Aborted.
Oh, aborted. I thought it was boarded, like it's nailed to a board. I'm like, oh, man, that would be odd.
Why don't you board him? What does that mean?
He's taking a flight.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Hey, yeah, that guy looks like he's missing a spleen.
Look at that.
All right. What's your name, bro?
Wayne Morrell.
Hey, Wayne. Say hi to Brian Regan over there.
Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
And Jim Norton and the rest of the gang.
Hey, what's up?
And I would assume
how you
that,
doing, Anthony?
Hey, what's up, man? The spleen is in that bucket right there,
Yeah, it is, yes.
Hazardous waste.
Yeah.
No, that's popcorn. He's got the spleen in his pocket.
Yeah, well.
So it was a snowboarding accident.
Yeah, snowboarding.
When did this happen?
About a month ago it happened.
A month ago? This is a month-old spleen?
That's a month old, yeah. When I first fell, I waited about 5 minutes to snowboard down the hill. It took about an hour and a half break to recoup. I thought I just bruised a rib, and I'd continue snowboarding for another 3.5 hours after that.
Internally bleeding.
Internally bleeding for 7.5 hours. I went to the hospital, and then at that point they told me I had to take my spleen out or I was going to die, and I told them they're not going to have it unless I could have the spleen myself.
Right.
And
of course. You got to negotiate.
You got to make a stand, yeah. Or like that. I don't care. If I die, I want that spleen. Why were you so adamant to take the spleen home with you?
Well, a thing I have for work, it's called Freaky Friday. Stuff for free tattoos. I own a tattoo shop, Tattoo Palace.
Free tattoos, okay.
And then I actually have 2 people that want to eat my spleen for a trade of a tattoo.
Well, there you go.
Hey, we could get a listener outside and do it today. Guaranteed. More cannibalism on the Opie Anthony Show.
How much?
It wouldn't be the first time.
How much does it cost to get I Love Mom as opposed to eating the spleen? I'd like to see the trade-off. You know, you look at both. I don't know, $100. I don't mind paying.
That tattoo will cost $162,000. I'll just eat a spleen. They are very reasonable tattoo prices. I mean, most people can afford them.
Would you mind donating just a snip of spleen?
Yeah, sure. I don't got a problem with that.
Dude. We got our showstopper.
Dude, we always get a showstopper. Sit here and watch someone eat a spleen.
That's what he said last time we were here. The guy ate someone else's puke.
Who's going to eat the spleen?
Who's going to eat? I'll find someone in 30 seconds outside. No problem. Hello, I am here to eat the spleen. But I was just passing by. I love the Opie and Anthony show. Wonderful.
I couldn't help but overhear.
When are you going to be syndicated into Transylvania? Syndication now. Blah. Give me a spleen.
That was a vampire.
Boo!
It's either vampire or it's not, Jim. Using the Jim Norton rules that are written down in today's Boston Herald.
He sounds like the guy who recognized Olivier in the Marathon Man.
Well,
nobody remembers.
Somebody remembered. All right. What else?
Boris Karloff can eat my...
All right, you guys want to see the spleen?
Yes, I want to see...
Do you have any incense? Huh? You have any incense? Because formaldehyde has an odor to it.
And rotting spleen does, too, I bet you.
Oh, boy.
Now, wait a minute.
If you
I need this opened in a spot where no splashing can even be feasible.
There's already asterisks involved. We need incense. We got to have the lights down.
Yeah. All right, Rick. Let's open that package up there and see what...
You always do this, and you leave, and I'm stuck.
I know. PCN ends up hating us because we leave this place a mess.
All right, you know what you should do?
Let me open it.
Maybe, crouch down so nothing can spill, and just open away.
Can we see the scar?
He has... Wow. I thought your spleen was over a little.
It's right here.
Yeah. Why'd they cut you there?
Because they had to take out my whole stomach, slap it on my chest, and then they dug in and grabbed my spleen.
Norton did that to a date last night, but he didn't put it back. He just buried her in a shallow grave. Watch those coyotes. They'll give you up in a second. Furry little effers.
God, look at that scar.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Good abs.
Close and personal if you were in the operating room. Peel them right back.
All right, he's opening up the bucket.
Were you doing a trick or something, snowboarding?
No.
No?
I don't know any tricks yet.
Jesus.
Except for falling down.
That's a good one. The spleen removal move. It's great. You flip it up, the board goes up.
He's putting gloves on.
He's putting surgical gloves on to handle his own spleen.
Rick, make sure we snip off a piece for one of our lucky listeners.
Incense is now burning groovy. That's great. I like that.
Any music?
No, we don't have spleen music. Is there any spleen music?
Put in the regular track for this type.
The last spleen song I know was written in the 30s. A band leader by the name of Brian Regan actually wrote a great spleen song, but I can't remember how it goes.
Tour.
Yeah. Oh my God. What is it? What is it sitting in? What is that? Paper towel?
By the way, we're taking pictures of this for the website, foundrymusic.com.
God damn! Look at his spleen! Look at his spleen! Dude, is that diced up or anything?
Actually, it broke like this.
It broke apart.
Yeah, it just shattered.
Did it break because of the injury?
Yeah.
So when you hit, your spleen ruptured and you started bleeding, and they said, that's got to come out now.
Yeah,
and it broke apart. Wow, that is indeed a spleen. What, does it stink?
I was standing and it just sort of wafted and it's...
All right. Oh, Rick has a piece of his spleen on a card.
All right, Rick, put that in a coffee cup. We're going to use that later.
All right, put that somewhere. Rick, wait. Rick, you stay there. Have someone get you something to put it in. The less you move with that on a precariously... It's like a Wonderama kids contest.
He's got it on a 3x5 card like he's going to file it.
No, stop it. Stop it. It's going to hit the ground. Don't flip it around. Look, it hit your finger. God damn it. Would you not flip that spleen around?
Put it in a plastic bag.
All right. You know what it looks like? A mushroom.
Stinky, we need a bag.
Looks like a piece of mushroom.
I'm going to tell you, that's a big chunk to eat.
Yeah, smoke it. It looks like a mushroom.
Is it?
I don't want to interrupt. I'm just being your lawyers here for a second.
Yeah.
Dude, like, if you've been tested, because, I mean, just for a second, just the voice of reason.
Good question.
If you make somebody eat that, we're all going to end up on CNN.
Dude, have you heard of one case of AIDS being contracted by someone eating a spleen? No, I say to you.
That's a very valid
thing is, if you're going to have somebody eat it, you're going to have to cook it because the formaldehyde soaked into it, and the formaldehyde will evaporate.
It'll evaporate, so we got to cook it.
You have to cook it.
We got to cook it. You can beat AIDS with Tylenol anyways.
living proof.
All right, there's the guy's spleen, man.
Put it in something, please, because I can't concentrate on anything now with that.
Did we take pictures of the spleen for the website? All right, we're going to have pictures up on FoundryMusic.com.
God damn.
Who else do we have in the studio?
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be anticlimactic.
Yeah, how do you follow?
You know.
We should have organized this better.
That's all right.
That was your headliner, and now...
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
It's like we're going to emo Phillips now.
You have, what's your name?
My name's Jack Cutler, and I have a dead bat and a dead scorpion, which are both actually unusually large.
Do you have those hanging somewhere in your room?
Actually, I do. They both hang on my walls in my room. One above
That's a chick magnet, right?
Yeah. One above my desk, and one above my desk, and one above my dresser.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. And they're preserved, and you look at them and say, "Wow, look at that."
You know what you got to do? Cut the spleens out of them.
That might work. You ever torture a small animal and then rape a hooker? And then just bury her in a shallow grave, you lunatic?
Well, this one time at band camp.
Yeah.
Very
now,
good.
I gotta ask him a question though, because this determines if he's even in contention. All right. How old a lad are you?
I'm 15.
All right. Thank you. He can't go to L.A.
Circle, man. Look at him.
All right, don't worry, dude. You're not going to beat the spleen anyway, but it's cool stuff,
radio,
man. And,
I think we could have some. We'll give you some parting gifts.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff to give away for everyone we bring in the studio. So.
Thanks for making the effort, though.
We got a whole list of things, so stick around for that.
Take a piece of spleen with you.
Where's the...
have some spleen, yes.
Where's the...
Here's the winner.
We'd like to call this guy the drunk homeless psychic. Are you drunk, sir?
No, I'm not.
Are you homeless?
No, I'm not.
Well, let's hope you're a psychic.
You're a psychic, though.
I am a psychic, but I also wanted to bring you this for Opie and Anthony to bring it back to New York and give it to the New York Jets because they might need a quarterback there.
It's a Drew Bledsoe. Couldn't you bring Drew Bledsoe's collapsed lung?
I want to give that to you guys to bring back to New York.
Maybe you could stage dive that onto a Barbie doll and paralyze
actually,
Local reference.
If you notice where Bledsoe's hand is, he gets so excited when he met the president, you know?
All right. And you want to give Brian Regan, you know Brian Regan, very funny comic?
Hi, how are you?
I know him. He's a spy.
Yes, that's right. You got it.
You want to give him a reading? He's a...
Yeah, actually, Brian, you have somebody on your mother's side of the family who wasn't feeling too well, and they recently might have had to go for an operation, but everything's going to turn out okay. And they're in about the 70s.
And what about the 70s?
They're about 70 years old.
All of that is true, except they ended up not okay. My mother's sister went in for...
a major operation.
But did not make it. But everything else is right on the money.
What the hell is going to stop it?
I'm telling you the absolute truth.
Actually, you know what I like?
The guy was freaking me out as he's telling me this. I'm like, how did you know this? Because I don't believe in this stuff at all.
If we have time, I'd like to take a call from New York and read the reading out of here.
Call me now for your free reading.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you'll be calling about your girlfriend. You ought to be calling about yourself, sister. Call me now for free reading. It's Miss Cleo.
I say New York because Massachusetts is so close, and the people in New York, I can kind of... And actually, the first caller in New York you have is a woman, isn't it?
But
being a psychic, couldn't you have known not to go to that dentist? Right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
But you gave us crappy readings, sir.
safe?
Huh?
You gave us bad readings.
I'll give you some good readings.
I don't want to hear what he has to say.
You get the next 5 years of WADW, anyway, syndicated show. You're doing good. You already signed a contract with them.
Well, okay.
Wow, that's amazing.
You're going to get a raise, too.
Oh, we're going to get a raise. Oh, good.
It is, huh?
That's a good one. All right.
Do you have anything with old Jimmy Norton and a Hummer? Did that come in?
Well, he needs to get to Viagra first.
The Viagra.
Whatever Viagra is.
Do you know anybody that was in the hospital recently?
No.
No?
Why?
Okay. Do you? I'm just thinking of what the odds are that maybe other people, he could have said that. Do you?
Who knows?
Wow, the guy.
You have a weird accent, sir. You have an odd accent. Where are you from? Stroke victim?
No. I do stroke once in a while, but it's not a victim.
All right.
Oh, I get it. That's a J.O. joke. Yeah, it's funny. Look, he's endeared now himself. He's endeared himself to Norton.
I think we freaked Brian Regan out, so we're going to take a break and regroup here.
That was weird.
Steve is outside. More people are showing up with weird stuff.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Spleen so far is leading the pack.
You want to explain what's going on there?
Yeah, we want you to come down to the studios here of BCN in Boston and show us the weirdest thing you got.
I've got a medical question.
Yes.
I should have asked the guy. Obviously, you don't need a spleen to live.
That's what I said.
So what's the point of a spleen?
Exactly. A spleen is like Earl is to our radio show. You don't really notice when it's gone. Doesn't matter. You thought you needed it, but you really don't.
Well, spleen helps the immune system. What it does, it kind of filters out the blood, your blood cells and your white blood cells. It filters. It's
just you being this close to Norton, you have AIDS right now with a lowered resistance.
And without a spleen, me personally, I'm very susceptible to cold, so I need a flu shot every year, pneumonia shot every 10 years.
Really? And like everything else, what about the big diseases? You open up for those?
Just as much as everybody else.
Did you have to drop all your Haitian friends?
I didn't have any.
You better get a bubble.
The boy in the plastic bubble. There you go.
All right, so Steve says lots of new people with stuff outside, and this is for the trip to L.A. for the crazy thing. He's definitely leading, the guy that brought his own spleen in today.
I hear there's some fun stuff out there.
Yes, we're looking for the wildest, strangest, most unusual, craziest thing you could bring down to WBCN today. The winner will win a trip to L.A. to check out Aerosmith on MTV Icon. So far, we got the spleen guy in the corner that brought his own spleen in a baggie, basically.
Yeah.
A bag in a bucket.
So it's anything. It's anything that you think we'd find interesting, shocking.
Yeah.
It could be something you bring, or it could be something on your person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yes.
What's going on outside?
Standing outside of WBCN studios.
Steve loves this. He hates this.
Steve hates this stuff. He hates people. He does not like being around them. That's why he made such a good bouncer.
Birth defects everywhere.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Hey, they're our listeners, man.
Well, I know that. That's what makes them your listeners.
Steve doesn't like them, though. That's how it is.
He hates them.
There is so much physical deformity in this crowd. I've been documenting it all on a little legal pad here, so
Yeah.
I guess we should just run down the list of who's standing outside.
All right. Let us know what we got.
And we're taking pictures for the website.
Yes, absolutely. Rachel is behind me taking photographs.
All right.
There's a gentleman right here with a case of beer for you guys. He claims he can lick his own nipples. Sir, what's your name?
Mike.
Mike. Where are you from, Mike?
Weymouth.
And you can lick your own nipples.
I can.
Steve, they might be dumping out of that. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Okay, on top of that ability, let's just forget that.
He could lick his
own chest, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Lick his own chest.
And he has beer. Take the beer and tell him thanks.
All right, I'm to take the beer.
We're
and
not
say
watching
thanks.
the guy lick his chest.
Leave the gun, take the cannolis.
Yeah.
Well, he also has this, and this is pretty cool. He's got a titanium thumb, which he can twist around in a circle.
Wow.
Hey, now that's good.
I want to know.
All right.
That's Terminator stuff.
Yeah. Now tell me about this titanium thumb. How'd that happen?
I used to break it all the time playing football and hockey, so they replaced the joint with titanium one.
The joint at what? The knuckle in the middle of the thumb, or where it meets the hand?
It looks like it broke where it meets the hand at the base of his chubby little thumb here. There's a really obvious scar that goes around the base of the thumb, and he can twist it around in a circle.
Stop it.
No, I saw it.
All right, bring him in.
Okay. All right, step aside.
That rock.
Let's move
the
on.
doctor probably told him never twist this around in a circle. Dude, look what I could do with the bars, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, I bet you beer.
You think this is how P.T. Barnum did it?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he had them all lined up, and he said yes, no, yes,
Bring
no.
him in. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
All right, go ahead. What else, Steve?
Okay, next. Sir, what's your name?
Lenny.
Lenny, where are you from?
Canton.
Canton. You have toes for thumbs, and this is really weird. Explain this. Is this...
I've heard of this.
How did you get these thumbs?
Born with them. It's a trait that runs in my family.
What's wrong with his thumb?
He has... It doesn't look like he was in an accident. It's really obviously a birth defect, but his thumbs are short and nubby, and they look like big toes. Ugh. Like tiny little quarter-inch thumbnails. And what?
I said they work fine.
Well, okay.
All right.
You have no trouble picking
Show
up
God. He's getting a little pissed, it seems.
Hey, get a hold of yourself. Tell your thumb to go to market.
But, you know, he's got...
Cold-footed zilch.
Incidentally, what do your toes look like?
They look actually like normal, but bigger toes.
So his toes look like normal, bigger toes, but he's got short, little, nubby toe thumbs.
All right, we could check that out as well.
Sure. All right, there's a guy with a jar. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, I don't... This is going to be careful.
Strangely, on his feet, his toes look like...
What's your name?
Alan.
Alan, where are you from?
I'm from Weymouth.
All right. You have with you a little paper bag. In that bag is a jar in a Ziploc bag.
Yes. I've heard of this.
Okay.
Oh.
In this jar, about a 1/4 inch deep, is a brown, viscous, dried substance that is a 3-year-old male byproduct.
He has saved his byproduct in a jar from 3 years ago.
Right.
Put him. Let me ask him. Why did he save it?
Why did you save this?
Oh, I just sat under my bed. I found it there yesterday when I heard about the contest. I haven't seen it in like a year, but I had a girl that used to, do little fun stuff and milk me and stuff like that. So
right.
That's what it was all about.
So it was on the...
She's gone, and I never cleaned out under the bed.
Does it say Hellman's on the jar?
Hold on. What kind of jar is this? It's a...
Hardcore, first hard cider.
It's a hardcore...
How much is it? How much does he have, Steve?
About a 1/4 inch from the bottom is what looks like it could be dried up crisp hard cider, but he claims it's decaying male byproduct.
Could you melt that in a microwave and get somebody to eat it on a cracker?
Yeah.
Hey, what did she use? Did she used to just spit it out into a bottle?
Yeah. How did your chick get the product into the jar out of you?
Oh, she just kind of milks me like a cow, so to speak, I guess. I don't know how to say it clean.
But why in a bottle?
She was a freak. She was into all this weird stuff.
But why? What was the point of putting it into a jar, I guess is the question.
Save money on tissues, apparently.
You know what? I'm going to make an executive decision here. I think we're going to pass on him. Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to pass on that one.
We're passing on jar guy. Who else?
Look at him. It's like, man. I knew I should have brought the toaster. The toaster.
Not that he's anything outstanding, but there's a guy that looks like Jim Norton. He claims he's Jim Norton pre-HIV.
Jesus.
Looks like he's about 300 pounds, and he looks like Norton.
All right, take a picture of him and, and move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Goat head guy.
All the Norton, none of the A's.
Gentleman standing to my left has a head of a creature. What kind of creature is this, sir?
It's a...
Hold on.
Don't.
All right, don't curse. So he has a skinless goat head?
How'd you get the skinless goat head?
I got it from a butcher.
You got it? What'd you do? Buy a skinless goat head?
We've seen that before.
Give it to me. He's my butcher.
We've had girls cut the tops off of those and eat the brains out of them. Yeah.
Ah, that's true. He also happens to have a thumb that looks like it was busted and never fixed. So it's...
I was born with 2 thumbs.
Yeah, but that's not going to...
born with 2.
He was born. Everyone was born with 2 thumbs. On one hand. On one hand.
He was apparently he was born with 2 thumbs on one hand, and the other one had to get taken off, and the other one is in the shape of an L on his right hand.
Does he work for Lawn Doctor?
Do you work for Lawn Doctor, sir?
No.
I don't know. The thumb thing, the skull, I'm not feeling it.
Okay.
They call him the miracle of Taunton, the first guy born with 2 thumbs.
This could be, all right, this young lady in front of me, or this lady in front of me, it could be the coup de grace here. She has, man, what's your name?
Trixie.
Trixie.
Hey, Trixie.
There you go. Where are you from?
Actually, I'm from Jersey.
Look at that.
Did you make the trip all the way up here, or is this now a new residence?
I made the trip up here just to see Norton's show.
Oh, look at that, Jim Norton. Old Jimmy Norton. And what does she have with her?
Trixie, explain to us what you'd like to show us.
Yeah, I was listening to the radio, and I heard the spleen, the guy with the spleen in the bag, and, you're calling for a wild thing.
Now, what do you have?
Yeah.
Well, I have something more wild than that. I have real, authentic, no implants, 38 triple D lactating breasts. And I mean, how wild is that?
You got all that?
Yeah. We might have to clean that up for the radio.
Yeah, okay.
Anthony, you seem to be the expert in this field.
She's got
not in that field, but in explaining this.
She's got gigantic cans.
Yeah.
She's apparently nursing.
Yeah.
And she's got some range to her weapons. You know?
Wow.
There's many 6 feet, I think, is the range to her weapons.
She said,
"Thank you, Opie. Thank
Very
you."
good.
Yes.
All right, Steve, she could come in if we find a guy that wants to
receive weaponry.
Yes.
Take a shot.
In short, O'Reilly was absolutely correct, basically.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly, we apologize. You're right.
I'm sure I could find one in about 3 seconds out here.
Steve, are they luscious?
Are they luscious?
Opie, stop being an artist now, saying luscious boobs.
They're definitely large.
That's my code word for artistry.
And she's written a big wow on her bosoms.
There you go.
Yeah, invite her in with one of the listeners.
There's one listener that will take a hit.
All right. I will do that. We will have her and a willing participant.
Maybe Psychic Ricky. Psychic Ricky, you want to receive some...
You want to be christened by a woman's...
Would you like milk that hasn't been in a dumpster first?
I'll try everything once.
All right, Steve, we don't need to bring a listener in. We're going to have Ricky receive.
Fantastic. Incidentally, you've got some guys out on the street here.
Anybody know CPR?
All right, okay. Okay.
Remember the guy in the Devo outfit that was here with the bullhorn last time?
Yeah.
All right, he's back, and he's got his bullhorn. He's in the middle of Boylston firing off the bullhorn siren at oncoming traffic.
Oh, yeah, we hear it in the background. So.
Okay.
All right, Steve, invite all those people in.
Absolutely.
This is for the trip to L.A., the craziest, wildest, stupidest, most unusual thing you can bring down to WBCN. We'll get the trip to L.A. for MTV Icon with Aerosmith, all right?
Absolutely.
Right. And we're at 1265 Boylston Street. As we get Steve in the studio with these freaks. We also have that trip to L.A. to give away to the person that brings down the strangest, wildest, craziest, most unusual thing to the WBCN studios, 1265 Boylston Street. And
so far, Spleen Guy.
Yeah, Spleen Guy's just sitting there. He's like, no one's beating me. He's just waiting for his plane tickets to L.A. to see MTV Icon with Aerosmith.
Norton, would you say he looks cocksure?
Yeah.
As far as winning this prize goes?
Look at him relaxed, sitting there spleenless with his little feet not even hitting the floor.
And we got a whole new bunch of freaks ready to come into the studio.
Oh, yeah.
To try to take Spleen Guy out. I just don't see it happening today.
Steve C. has put aside everything he believes in and gone outside to take these people in.
Also, Anthony.
He hates this.
And Steve.
Yeah.
Is anyone going to eat the spleen today?
We had several volunteers outside. I'm going to go pick one right now.
Oh, my God. We do have a microwave in here?
Wait, Steve, that's called...
microwave? Okay, because we got to nuke the crap out of this thing.
That's called the showstopper, so...
All right, there were plenty of people offering. I just wanted to make sure you guys wanted to go ahead with it.
Yeah, of course.
We must nuke every bit of disease out of this spleen. What?
Got one.
That guy will do it?
Wow. This gentleman with the titanium thumb will do the honor.
The thumb?
Cool. Oh, my God.
All right, let's meet the new freaks.
Look at my thumb. Get to the chopper.
All right, who do we have? That's you, bro.
What's your name, man? Yeah?
I have toes as thumbs.
Look at those chubby little things.
Oh, my God. Not that...
Let's see. Bring that over. Okay, I see that. Now turn them sideways. Wow, how did that happen?
Genetic defect.
It's a genetic defect.
Runs in my family.
Those are indeed big toes.
It's actually not as weird as I thought it would be. It just looks like you got a huge mule.
They're definitely weird. They look like big toes.
Yeah, they look like toes. Well, get some pictures of those and
we'll put them up on the website.
Put them up on the web, top and bottom. You ever been printed?
Negative.
No? Yeah, that's got to be some treat.
Wearing gloves in the winter is always tough.
Yeah, they just don't fit.
Have you wear little booties on your hand, do you?
I have to, yes.
Yeah, just picture a thumb looking like a big toe. It's big and thick and
many
fat.
different things. It's pretty tough.
Do they have your first pair of gloves bronzed and on the mantle?
Yes.
Show, Rick, get the bottom. Here, do like a thumbs up. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Toes up.
Wow.
Wow, that is a toe.
2 toes on his hands.
All right. Well, those are good.
And unlike some of the contestants here, I have to live with these.
Oh.
Well, if you cut one off and swallow it, I think you can beat out Spleen Guy.
Look at him, called Spleen Guy right out, man.
Yeah, I know. Now they're talking smack.
That spleen with my mouth.
What's the name of the birth? What's the name of the birth defect? Is it trampled by horse during second trimester?
No comment.
Oh, wow. You could punch him at any time, sir. We don't mind.
I heard there was
punched or kicked. Who knows?
A pretty good Oriental spike.
Maybe you can punch out some of those dents in his head.
Why does it have to get personal?
So I think there's a thalidomide baby outside with a fin going big whoop.
Right. Okay, let's move on to the next guy. That's impressive, though. Very nice.
Yeah.
Who's up next here?
Mike.
Mike, looking for the strangest thing you brought down at WBCN today. What do you have?
My thumb joint's made of titanium.
Okay.
I can revolve it all the way around.
It's a bad day for thumbs today, Did you always have them, or did you get them put in after you shot Gunnery Sergeant Hartman?
Yeah, he looks a little...
Private Pile.
Right.
Is Showell out in the barracks? A jelly donut. A titanium thumb, sir. Or freakish digits allowed in the barracks.
All right, let's...
Holy dog.
Let's see this thumb rotate.
Jesus H. Christ.
Okay, hold on. Let's get a look.
All right. Dude, he's spinning his thumb all the way around.
Wow.
That's not right.
Dude, why does it do that?
Because the joint is...
I used to break it all the time playing football and hockey. So one time it just broke all the way out. So they replaced it with titanium. And they took a tendon out of my arm, kind of tied it back on. So now my wrist cracks wicked loud.
Hey, could you...
Wait, shh. Oh. That's his wrist.
Can you grab it as close to the tip as possible and spin it around?
This is a great bar trick.
You got to grab it down there.
But I can dislocate it, too.
Oh, my God. Yes. This guy.
Look at it.
Look at it. Oh, my God.
Wow.
It looks like a normal thumb, but...
Is the titanium thing they put in, is it like a ball and socket? Is that why it can go around?
Yeah.
It's not like a hinge.
Does that
can't
hurt
be
at all?
spun.
Yeah, it hurts a lot.
All right, have a beer.
Did you see, though, when he did it, his whole hand got so red, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's because it's not meant to happen. You're not supposed to do that.
Turn it all...
You can feel it, too, if you want to feel it.
No, I won't feel it.
Everybody laughs and high fives.
We all dance.
I hear me.
Yeah, twist it around again there.
Oh, it's hurting him.
Steve, you getting that?
Oh, look, he's touching it.
Steve got it on
my
video.
God.
You'll see this guy twist his thumb all the way around later tonight on FoundYourMusic.com.
Ricky grabbed it and was all grossed out. Ricky.
Oh, my God.
It's just generally really loose.
Yeah,
see
it's
that.
not attached well.
No.
It's like a loose ball joint in your car when you're trying to, the wheels going. I understand. All right.
What do you guys?
That's pretty cool.
That is definitely cool. Does he beat Spleen Guy, though, Ed?
Well, we'll have to, confer amongst each other and talk it out. And
I would say he's in the running.
Again, I have to live
somewhere
with it all day, and it's a wicked party, please.
Have to live with it all day.
By the way, everyone we invite in the studio gets something. I hope you guys know that.
Oh, yeah.
I brought you a case of beer, too, but some of the people outside drank it.
That's all right. We share.
That's right.
We share with the listeners.
All right, who's next, Steve?
Trixie.
Yeah, this is the girl with the huge boobs.
Now, don't unpackage those at all until we instruct you to. I had a little run-in with a girl that was lactating on our show
that's right.
once.
I forgot about that.
And it was when we were up here.
Right.
And it was not pretty. I ran out of the studio. I do not enjoy this type of thing. There are guys that like this. It's almost a sexual thing for them.
No.
I'm not like that. I don't like... I'm not really a big fluid guy like that.
No.
I don't like the fluids.
Not like Norton, huh?
Norton, forget about it. Anything.
Fluid
Blood
guy?
from the jugular mixed with man juice. He's making stew with it. He don't care.
She's from Jersey, right?
True.
All right, let's see what
Jersey
you got.
girl. Go by Opie so he can see a little better. Go on that mic. Could you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go over there so you can just pull them out and right there. Go ahead, just in case.
She's got WOW on her chest. And, of course, we're filming all this for FoundryMusic.com.
Okay, there's about, 30 people in this room?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get to sing?
Sure. Why not? You can't be shy.
I'm definitely in the running for this LA trip.
In this day and age, you can't be shy. Well, you know something? We haven't seen anything yet, so we can't tell
You
if
could just
you're
be
in the
a
running.
big breasted woman.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you want me to shoot it?
Well, we need a firing range.
Well, we got Ricky.
Ricky's going to accept.
Well, not actually on my face, but on
All right, Ricky.
Ricky doesn't want it on the face?
You want it on your clothes? We could throw a little detergent on them and get two things done at once.
All right, we're going that way.
We have to go that way.
All right, are you going to be able to get this on film, Steve?
Yes.
All right. Okay, let's get her. She's now over there. Ricky. Well, let's not describe too much of what's going on.
Yeah, don't talk about anything like that.
Pretty much whatever you want to do. She's got big boobs, and we got Ricky, the Boston psychic. He's going to just receive something, Anthony, from 6 feet away.
Look at Joe, the engineer, just change the trajectory because he's afraid you're going to short out the board.
I'm shooting it on the Daily News Enough.
Right.
George Bush and what's that, Colin Powell?
Yeah.
All right.
Or the American flag.
No, don't hit the American flag.
Just hit
Are you gonna spank me
friggin'
if I
Ricky. Just hit Ricky with it.
Okay, and what about this film camera?
Who cares?
Well, my
It's
mother...
not a film camera, it's video.
All right, we won't have your face.
No, please don't put my face in it.
It's going to be a great picture, Bella.
All right, there she goes. Wow, those are big.
They're real, not implants.
All right,
Wow,
that's
good
cool.
thing.
Wow, wait.
And she's
I'll
Here
say.
comes one. All right, stay tuned.
All right, that is huge.
Look out.
Okay,
Look out.
she's
Look out.
she's preparing the weapon, I guess you'd say. Oh my God. Well, wow. Did she hit the target?
No, that's 8 feet. That's 8 feet.
All right, slide in.
There,
Sit in.
All right, everyone. I think Awesome Garrett just took a shot.
Wait, let me try the other one.
Could you do that over a bathtub?
All right, she doesn't like. She's trying another weapon, Anthony. Did we lose Anthony?
I'm
over here.
All right. Wow.
Just hit Ricky.
All right, Ricky has had enough. Rick is like, no mas, no mas. Okay, look.
Oh, my God.
All right, cap that thing. Oh, my.
He didn't like it. It was too much like a shower.
I gotta tell you, she does it farther than I do.
Thank you, Ricky, for that. Thank you.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Breastfeeding is very natural, and I encourage everyone who is with child to breastfeed.
Especially in public so we can whack our bags looking at us.
Exactly, Norton.
Well, always until your kid is 19. Always the lady.
Yeah, I didn't
Very
know.
natural.
I didn't know we were going to get a PSA out of
Well,
it.
PSA.
All right.
What's the matter? Did we say something bad about breastfeeding and Ken Stevens, our GM, had to get a PSA on the air about it?
PSA on the Opie and Anthony
Maybe
show?
that was it.
All right, that was impressive. Got to play a little Aerosmith, Anthony.
Oh, for our little contest.
We got a trip to see MTV Icon in L.A. featuring Aerosmith, looking for the wildest, the craziest, the strangest thing you can bring down to the WBCN studios here in Boston as we broadcast live, 1265 Boylston Street. Less than an hour to go in the contest. In the lead, it has been determined that Spleen Guy still leads the
Spleen
contest.
Guy in the lead.
He brought his own spleen down here in a bucket.
Lactating woman, not happy with that. We were having a little conversation with lactating woman.
From Jersey, 38
Yes.
double Ds, yes.
During the commercial break. And if you could get the mic over to our Stinky. Oh, you could stay seated. Seated. Seated.
Stay seated.
None on us.
Don't get too nervous, Anthony.
No, that's okay. We were having a conversation, Opie. She is such an advocate for breastfeeding. It is ridiculous. How many children do you have?
I have 3 children.
3 children, all breastfed.
They are.
What is the youngest child you have right now?
He's 3.
3 years old.
Okay.
She is still completely full, completely lactating.
That's correct.
And you are still breastfeeding your 3-year-old.
I am.
Now,
I wish I had a mom like you, man.
Don't you think Look at Opie's digging it. I'm like, wait, I'm just thinking of the child. Don't you think that's a little long?
It's hot. It really is, man.
It's a mom, though.
It's hot. I don't give a
Oh, my God.
Do you have a conversation with the kid while you're doing this? Because he's talking,
Other side,
obviously.
Mama. He'll say, can I get the other side? Actually.
Oh, my God. Holy Jesus Palomino.
Other side, Mom. Mom, look, I got to get back to college. Other side.
Hurry up. I'm waiting
around, Mom.
Actually, the worldwide average, according to Lalici, is 4.2 years.
Yeah, but you know what the average comes from? There are some people in some countries that breastfeed until they're 16 goddamn years old because there ain't nothing else around to eat.
Yeah, helping out the average.
So that average kind of pushes it up. In the civilized nations...
In a civilized nation where the mother gets to cut the kid off, we do shut it off before 4.2 years.
No. The average kid is cut off before the age of 1.
Right. That's usually...
In the United States, that's
right. You get done with it, you breastfeed him, you're done, it's the solid food, and then, you don't have to worry about it. What makes you think this is good? No, I don't know. What makes you
might
think?
be teaching us something.
And what
today.
have you heard that makes this better to have a child? Now, your oldest is 10, right?
That's correct.
And he breastfed
His name
till...
is Rocco.
Hey, come on, get those cans over here.
Other side, Mom.
Mom, other side, Mom. Look at me, I'm hungry.
Hurry up, I'm late for my radio show.
Hey, Dave, why don't you take the right one? I'll take the left. Come on, Dave.
Actually,
Hey, Maddie, grab the snack.
Actually, I did tandem breastfeed, which means two babies are breastfeeding.
It's like juggling plates.
I have had two babies.
Two at once?
Yes, I have.
Now, how long? You have 3 children. One's 10.
Yes.
One is
8.
So and the other one is 3.
Yes.
Is the 8-year-old still breastfeeding?
He is. She is not. No.
She is not.
Of course not.
When did she stop?
She stopped. She was born in September, and she was stopped by her 4th year of that Christmas. So it was probably about 4.3 months.
All right, 4.25 years.
Yes.
And your oldest breastfed until how old?
He's October baby, and he quit around Christmas too. So I'd say about 4.2 years.
He quit. He went on the patch though for a while, Opie. He couldn't quit cold booby. He had to go for the patch.
Huh? I don't know who this intern is, but she had a good question about the teeth. Yes, it does hurt, but when the child, and my first son developed teeth about 5 months, and you basically tell the kid no. I mean, when you get bitten for the first time, the kid knows it hurts.
Hey, tell me about it.
They know what side the bread is buttered on. So.
What about when they're smoking a cigarette? Does it burn when they leave the cigarette in their mouth? And no?
It
Nothing like that?
It's good for mothers who don't vaccinate.
You want to mix it with Kahlua?
Hey, Mom, you don't find this...
when you're 18.
You don't find this weird that you're having a conversation with the kid as they're doing this?
No, because I'm very natural. I'm homeopathic. I take the natural route as far as child weaning, child breastfeeding, child rearing.
Says what? What is the timeline on this homeopathic route?
Oh, homeopathy is for everyone at any age. But
and where's that homosexual Jim Norton?
He's getting ready for a show at Avalon, is he?
I do think it's something that actually women. It's not said for preventative breast cancer measures. Breastfeeding does help women physically also.
Really?
It shrinks the uterus back to size.
Wait, what the hell is this? You guys get dropped by 2 affiliates and picked up by Lifetime? What the hell is this?
Lifetime. And now Marky Post in a Lifetime exclusive movie.
Angelian. The Angelian story.
You know what?
So it's good for mother and baby.
All right, but you got to walk us through this. The kid comes walking up to you at 4 years old and
Mama, I want Ninny.
Ninny, that's what my word for it. When I'm in bed, I'm like, yeah, give me some of that ninny.
It must be the Italian.
I want a ninny F you.
Does he get naked? Does he get naked too, or
what's that?
Does he get naked too, just so everyone feels comfortable?
No, it's not a sexual thing. Actually,
but have you noticed at any point any of the male children getting excited at this breastfeeding?
I don't know much about sexuality with puberty, but I know boys who don't have hair usually don't.
I
remember popping them back when I was, a real little kid.
Yeah.
Hey,
No, it's
you
more...
sit there all of a sudden, you're like, what do you do with this?
Actually, babies who breastfeed, they suck to eat. So for instance, I get a lot of questions like, well, doesn't it turn you on? Usually
They'll dump out of it. That's okay. We got plenty of delay. You don't have to worry about it.
Hold on. Yeah, just it's cool. Just speaking code, because this is too good. We got to get all this.
Now, are you talking about when you're with a man and having some kind of relationship? When he does that act that your child usually does, how does that affect?
I am aroused.
But when your child is there, you're thinking it more as just a feeding thing.
It is not arousal at all. It's basically work.
What else do they eat?
Oh, macaroni, you name it.
So there's plenty. So now what I'm saying is they're getting nutrition from eating because they're of an age now where they eat everything.
Yes, but
so why do you still include? You give a little squirt into their Pepsi or something, and stir it around.
Actually, like I said, they know what side the bread is buttered on. Breast milk is more than sperm, contains 100% protein.
Nah, they'll dump out of that.
I don't think they will.
Well, it's just fat.
They better not.
Idiot will.
Clinical.
But it's got more protein than male product. Let's just say, which I sure hope you never thought of feeding your kids that.
Right.
So they breastfeed. They get a lot of protein.
Yeah.
They get all these nutrients that can't be found anywhere else.
That's right. In fact,
and they also get a complex that will never go away.
Actually,
even Paxil will not quell the mental problems a child will have. Did you ever think of that? On paper, it sounds great about the nutrition and vitamins and blah blah blah, but did you ever think of the mental aspect of having a recollection? Because I have no recollection of breastfeeding off of my mom.
No clue.
I know she did it for some time, and then I went to food, but I don't have a mental picture.
If you're 4, you're going to remember.
If I had a mental picture of me on my mom, I'd be in a friggin' institution.
I remember.
I don't need that.
I remember getting ready for kindergarten, so you would remember.
Right. I'm going to walk into Sal, her husband, and go, Sal, right? Nice, huh?
Actually,
right? You know that little part of it when you're nice. Right, Sal? Nice. No.
Hold on.
I don't think... Yeah, I don't think that'll happen. But what you're saying is it's kind of a thing where it's directly down the throat. We won't even go there.
No,
let's not even go there.
It has something to do with an esophagus. Who are interested, all these facts can be found in The Womanly Art of Breastfeeding, which is a book.
Written by Brian Regan, famed writer of 2002 Dalmatians.
It's written by the La Leche International Group, who are the experts
Susan Lucci? What?
All right. Well, that's fascinating. That's a very interesting story there.
I'm fascinated. I cannot wait someday to have your kids on the air to go...
breastfed children are usually... self-assured and very confident in their psychological disposition, yes.
Well, how about that, Opie? Well, Godspeed. Congrats there.
Thank you very much. Take a little contest, guys, because I'm really rare.
Tastes
Not
good
many
on Fruit
mothers
Loops?
will get those 38 Ds who are real, no implant and breastfeed.
Hold on. You know what?
But you're leaking like a 52 Chevy.
No, I squirt it. My milk is regulated.
Sitting there, you leave a stain in the driveway.
Stop leaking after 3 months after the baby established a milk supply.
Anthony, all right. Let's get the mic away from...
thank you. You've enlightened us.
She would have won the contest if she brought the kid in today.
Oh, to do it?
To watch a 4-year-old do that would have won the contest, by the way. Just want to let you know.
Oh, for Christ's sake, send me an asbestos postcard when you get to hell. What is wrong with you?
How about we have the spleen breastfeed? Can we do that?
I was just going to say, take a little spleen with you for the trip home, do a little bait and switch when you get back to the house.
Hey, children raised on spleen meat are more intelligent.
Yeah, we got to get a
more
guy,
confident.
Get a guy to eat the spleen. That's the showstopper. I think it's last call for stuff. Should we go outside and see if they have anything else, Steve, real fast?
See what else they got.
All right.
Spleen guy. I mean,
Steve, go
it's
fast.
Looking good for you,
man. We're going right to you right now. We're not going to commercial.
It's looking good for the spleen guy. You psyched? You like Aerosmith? Well, you know something? You have been more educational
boob girls,
than anything else.
Very pissed off.
You're very educational. You've taught us about breastfeeding and how you could breastfeed well into the 60s and 70s. And we appreciate that. Here's our proposition to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
This lovely lady wants to win a trip to California to see Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Spleen guy right now is well in the lead, and it doesn't look good for her.
Right.
She could really, really kick it up a notch and be in the running if you would Take one of those and feed yourself.
No way. No.
Why not?
Ricky doesn't want to do it.
No. I got to go for it. She'll be a little bit upset.
Stop it. You do not.
But she said it's not.
I certainly do.
Hold on. But the boob lady said it's not sexual.
I know.
Right. No, not right.
No, I got to go home and get my teeth. Then maybe I'll think about.
Why bother? Yeah, with things in the mouth like teeth or.
Because I got to go home and get my teeth first.
You don't keep your teeth around with you?
I carried them in my pocket one day. I lost them, so I never took them.
I carried it around my back pocket. I bit myself in the ass.
In the ass.
And the only ass I ever get is I put my backhand in my pocket, you know?
Well, sure. Your backhand in your pocket.
All right.
I'm just trying to get a
Anthony,
handle.
I got to tell you something.
Yes.
Though.
Yes.
You are going to go a long ways.
That's right.
But you got to keep out of dimensional.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
Well, you know.
Ricky, I didn't come about ready for the man out in the street, are we?
All right, Ricky the pervert. Let's go.
Get a little segue.
Hey, Ricky, let's hear that psycho laugh again. All right. Steve.
Yeah. Hey, fellas.
Hey, Steve.
This is last call for strange stuff outside the station.
Yeah. Well, it's getting a little thin out here. Standing outside of. Okay. All right. Shush. Yeah. The monkeys are getting restless. They're cold and they're restless.
Stand these
Jesus.
All right, Steve. Anything else outside?
Yeah. Actually, you know something? There's a guy standing in front of me. What's your name?
John.
John, where are you from?
I'm from Nashua, New Hampshire.
From Nashua, New Hampshire. I saw this guy out here before. He has in his possession, he's holding in his right hand a human skull, a decaying human skull.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where'd you find that?
Well, legend has it that my friend was hiking down Utah at a reservation, and he almost kicked the skull as he's walking in the sand. And he has no idea where it came from, but we talked to some people, and we think it's about 200 years old.
200-year-old Indian skull.
Hold on.
Aye.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
What friends dated this for him?
What? Who dated this skull for you?
My friend's father is a doctor.
Now, aren't you supposed to turn things like that into maybe the police, just in case it's some family member that hasn't been recovered to do DNA testing?
Instead, he's smoking dope out of it. With
Dental records? Yeah, dude, I got a skull. Maybe some family is eagerly awaiting the demise of a loved one.
Did it ever occur to you to actually turn this into the authorities?
No comment.
No.
Okay.
Could be some murder evidence.
Security.
It looks. There is a bullet-sized hole in the base of this skull. I do have to comment.
New Hampshire representing.
Let's bring.
Live free or die. 603 representing.
Let's bring Skull Guy in, Steve.
All right.
We're going to take a break. We're going to have someone eat Spleen Guy's spleen.
Oh, God.
And then we'll figure out who wins the trip to L.A. All next on the Opie and
All
Anthony
right,
Show.
great.
Cupid.
The award-winning Opie and Anthony Show.
This has got to be a joke, people.
M-E-W. The Opie and Anthony Show. 102.7 WNEW.
All right, we got to get right to it. We only have like 10 minutes left here in Boston.
Yeah.
Then we'll be back in New York on Monday at 3. The Opie and Anthony Show. We got to give away the trip to L.A., but lots going on. Skull Guy has made it into the studio, Anthony.
With his skull, his human skull.
Yeah, look at this skull, Ant.
Well, go over there. Wow. Yeah, that's a skull, all right. Where's the hole?
The hatchet hole?
Well, why? Hatchet,
the bullet
you think?
hole, maybe?
The bullet hole?
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like a bullet.
Where's the rest of the body?
Yeah, that kind of looks like it could be a bullet.
I don't even know this guy's ID.
And you just think it's some kind of ancient skull. Instead of it being some guy that was murdered.
Yeah, the skull doesn't look too old.
It's a good question. My friend was hiking in Utah, and he basically almost kicked it. It was buried in the sand. So he dug it up. He found this.
In Utah?
In Utah. And he decided not to go to the police or anything, just carry it back with him.
He brought that back with him in his baggage on a plane?
Yeah.
Back before the security.
I was going to say pre-9/11.
He might have driven. Yeah.
Yeah, he drove it.
Yeah.
And I don't know that because there's teeth in there and
there's about
are there fillings?
15 or 20 cavities in this thing.
Are there fillings or cavities?
I think this was before any of that you know.
Oh, yeah. Like, you don't think that they had fillings? So it could be old then. All right.
All right, and he brought other stuff in, too.
The other stuff is actually a lot more interesting, believe it or not. But the story goes, we found this house way up in New Hampshire that we found out later this crazy millionaire lives in, or he lived in.
Opie, right? The crazy millionaire.
Yeah.
130 million.
This guy invented a bunch of stuff. And he had a 3-year psychotic episode where he retreated to this house in New Hampshire. It was all like this, this old shanty town house.
Mm-hmm.
And we walked in, found crap everywhere, like bones, and we found a...
Oh, I thought you meant crap like Stinky's bathtub.
Well, probably, yeah.
In the hotel.
Ricky's getting excited by looking at these weapons that are now in the studio. All right, Ricky, sit down.
Look at Ricky.
Ricky, the Boston pervert.
Oh, God. Whoa, that's pretty wild. So he had weapons all around,
Well,
too.
he didn't just have weapons. He had 5 rooms filled with about 100 to 1,000 weapons.
Oh, I like that one.
Like 1,000
it's
weapons.
very Blackie Lawless.
Yes. All right, Rick is taking pictures for the website. Very unusual weapons.
That's a table saw blade.
I mean, he had everything
welded to a handle that you can then swing and hurt people with. Looks like weapons you'd see in Oz.
It's like in Thunderdome.
Yeah, Thunderdome weapons.
Look at that weapon.
Wow, this could really F you up bad. Holy jeez, the saw blade on a stick.
All right,
what is that one? That's like a spike on a hammer handle.
That was in Adebisi's bunk.
Oh, my God. This is, you know what this is? A ground-down butter knife. It's ground all the way down to the handle with just a little bit of the blade left, sharpened to razor sharpness, and then attached to a hammer handle where you could just, like, sink it into someone's skull.
American Psycho type.
Wow, this is creative.
Yeah. And what about the baseball bat with the doll head on it?
That's kind of weird.
We've named that Baby Head, and it's we actually use it to terrorize people in our car, but I don't know. We found that next to his bed.
It's a baseball bat, and he's ground down the tip so we can slide a baby doll's head on top of it. So you can beat someone with it, and the horrific thing is the last thing they'll see as they're going unconscious from being bludgeoned is that sick-looking baby doll head.
I'm starting to think that this guy owns the skull and these weapons. Anyone else getting that feeling here?
Wow, this is very gladiator.
I mean, that's nothing, but we found like cat food cans filled with nails with a stick coming out of it.
All right.
Logs with nails.
Listen, we only got like 3 minutes left in the show, unfortunately. We got to say hi to this guy real fast, too. And then we got to decide who won the trip to L.A.
Hey, what do you got, man?
Hey, what I got here is some schlong wine from Japan.
Schlong wine.
Wine. It's a medicinal type of wine.
Yeah.
We have in here water, wine, schlong of a dog, schlong of an orcus, schlong of a snake, and it's a medicinal wine.
And it's just floating in there.
And it's
now,
floating
hold
in here
that up.
from my private bar.
And let me see. Turn it around so I can see without the label.
And I also have snake wine back here.
Red Rocket.
There you go. Look, it's a shriveled schlong.
Oh, my God.
And then he has a bottle of wine with a whole snake in it.
A bottle of wine here with a entire full-size snake.
Ew, the guts are floating around.
Oh,
look at the guts floating in it.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Now, why would you drink this?
I didn't drink it.
Why would anyone?
Because I have a great bar at my house. I actually collect scotches, but this just accented it, making.
Do you have some buddies that get drunk and go, dude, I'll do a shot of that, man?
It hasn't happened yet.
No?
Come real close, though.
Yeah, all right.
Real close.
And we got to cut him off, too. We have 2 minutes left in the show. Unfortunately.
Wow. How quickly time went today.
Is the spleen going to be eaten or what? We have Spleen Guy who brought his own spleen in today.
You know, if we didn't have Mule Juice McQueer on there, we could have spent a little more time here.
With this segment.
Okay, look, Rick, too close. Get away. You don't know me well enough to know I don't even want to be near anything like that. There's cooked spleen in a paper plate. Rick, put this thing in the microwave. Now, describe what happened.
I don't think anyone at BCN will be heating up food anytime soon.
No, there was human spleen in there.
Well, not only was the spleen in there, it was popping like popcorn all over the
at the
side of the microwave.
At the 10-second mark, it exploded. And That's what we're left with.
All right, listen,
I can't even look
we
at
got
it.
a minute 30 left.
It's hard.
Where's the guy that wanted to eat the spleen?
Look how the juices ran out of it and
I know.
soaked the
They're all
plate.
pointing at the guy that could rotate his thumb completely around.
I have the drink you can wash it down with.
That's not real.
No, look, that is real.
That is
yeah,
real.
Yeah, and you're breastfeeding, so don't even think of eating it.
Yeah, we don't want to mess up your kids any more than they are.
Don't want to screw up that 16-year-old.
Right.
All right, look, why is that near me? Get that friggin' stuff away. Why isn't it over there?
Dude, it's 4 feet away from you.
No, it's too close.
It's right there.
I don't like being near this.
Boy, to screw thumb.
Now I smell it.
All right, this is the showstopper. So Screw Thumb is going to actually take it.
Get a bucket because I'm going to throw up.
All right, what's your name? What's your name?
I got the bucket.
Why can't people just give me the respect I so need?
What's your name, bro? We're running out of show.
And now here's the other half of the paper plate.
Hold on. We got 30 seconds left. What's your name?
God, you guys suck.
Wait a minute, I have placenta.
What's your name?
Mike.
All right, Mike, where are you from?
Weymouth.
All right, Chachi from WBCN is going to give you some fine prizes if you could get that down.
If I just have to eat it?
This is cannibalism on the Opie and Anthony show.
Oh, my God. It is true cannibalism.
Yeah, it's It's a big piece of spleen.
Oh, my God, he just ate a spleen.
Just ate a piece of spleen.
He just ate human spleen. He ate human spleen.
The Opie and Anthony Show would like to thank Budweiser, the king of beers, Mike at the Pizzeria Uno's in Kenmore Square for providing lunch for the crew, and Danielle's Bakery in Brighton for the great Italian pastries. That's it, man. We got to get the hell out of here. Who won the trip? It's got to go to
Well, we got to give it to Spleen Guy.
The guy who
he brought his own spleen.
Brought his own spleen in a bucket. He's going to go check out MTV Icon featuring Aerosmith in L.A. Congratulations, Spleen Guy. And with that, we're off to Avalon and check out Jim Norton. We'll see you guys back in New York on Monday. Have a great weekend.